Hello beloveds, this is Stephanie Parasha, Divine Light, coming to you from Aotearoa, New Zealand. I've been away on a holiday for about a week, so it's a little longer than I normally leave it to upload a message, and I've got back now to my home, so now I can settle back into my energy here and just sit by the lake and be in the sunshine and sip my hot cup of tea and contemplate the message to bring through this week in terms of the current energies and what I'm being shown to bring through. So this current message is kind of, basically I want to give credit to a beautiful Australian twin flame couple called Jack and Aaron, and they are have the channel The Authenticity Process, and I've been really enjoying listening and watching their recordings and their discussions and their conversations. And they were discussing with a beautiful brother from America, and I'm really sorry I didn't get his name, but their discussion triggered off some really triggered some downloads into my brain, because I love what they talk about, and it's I would love it if actually twin flames could all get together and have like some kind of real beautiful discussion and conversation, because I am pretty sure we are all coded that in the same similar way, so that we will have the same information, but maybe some of us will carry various portions of that information. I'm feeling that it's only through joining together and having these conversations that we will activate each other with various pieces of information that, when all put together, make the puzzle. So I've been shown this before in a pattern, so I still see that pattern. It's kind of like a beehive, I guess. It's sort of like that hexagonal, not beehive meaning more a beehive. So basically how that they make that hexagonal pattern, that's the pattern I see in all of us kind of joining together like that. And so they talked about the toroidal field and the energy that the Torus field, and I think pretty sure that I have spoken about this field of energy in one of my previous recordings. I can't remember which one, I'm sorry, but I talked about the energy that goes around the Earth's frequency, and the electromagnetic field of the human heart, and the electromagnetic field of many, many things, and how it creates that same shape. And I will probably put a picture that will show this along with this recording, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So basically the toroidal field they were talking about as energy, and they talked about that if you've still got, that's how we kind of exist in our bodies, we just keep this, and then I could get the word centrifugal kind of movement that's kind of coming up around and recirculating. And they were saying that one of the guys, if you're circulating kind of negative energy or blocked energy, or it's just like recycled old energy and it doesn't sort of renew itself. And it got me thinking about, I sort of got more information there about the way in which the field is operating. So at the moment it's telling me it's operating backwards, and I'm asking, why is it operating backwards? And they mean, it's going down and up and out instead of up and out and around, up and out and around. It's going down, around and up, down, around and up. So it's going in what they're telling me, my spirit guides, is the opposite direction. And I said, why is that? And they said, because it runs on energy from the human body. And I said, well, yeah, okay. So, and that kind of, basically the explanation of that was, it's negative emotion, so it's going down to the opposite polarity. It's heading downwards. It's negative. It's got a negative pull due to the fact that the majority of human emotions on this planet have got a negative pull. So that's why, as we're ascending and becoming more light, there's still such a very strong pull. And when we're becoming multidimensional and still operating with our feet in the third dimension, how hard it can be when you're trying to come out of that and you're still being pulled back in. And that's how it feels. It feels like you get pulled back down into that energy, because it's so more, there's more of it. And I don't want to feed into that even by saying that, but I guess that's what we're feeling is and I said, what would it take to turn it around? And I got the answer, well, obviously, as we all know, that would be love. And that love is the energy that will, once it gets to a certain point, will turn that energy field, and it will start spinning upwards and creating more of an upwards flow towards positivity and light and love and all those positive emotions, and that will shift the energy of the planet. I guess, there's more to this, but I'm just getting it in blocks, because there's so much information. Often when I get downloads, there's so much to translate, it's almost too much, and I can't really cope with the amount of information that's trying to be translated, because I feel like I'm sort of like I can receive some of it like a computer, but then I have to translate it into language that I can understand. And I often wonder why I get this information, because truly I'm not a science person, so I really struggle my brain to try and understand, because however, what they're saying is I am in many ways representative of where science and spirituality meet, because that's kind of what we're heading for as well, because this is a scientific concept that can really be understood by the brain and very, intellectually that makes total sense, that the energy force of the world and the planet that's been measured, and there are devices that can measure that, but to provide the information that it's the heart that is, if it's in love, will shift that energy. We're still trying to uncover that, like scientifically. I think there are still tests being done on that particular. And then as an intellectual person, if you're very much in your mind, where a lot of us are operating because of the way that energy works, to bring back the energy into the heart requires love. And so there's going to be an interplay between the heart and the head to create that love in the heart, and to nurture that and foster that energy, which is then going to, I guess, be presented into the Earth's field, into the energy field of the energy system in which we operate. And that will make a difference. That's why we're always being told to uplift our vibration, to come into peace, to come into calm, to come into that love space in our hearts, because that is the energy that's going to really shift things. And you can think about all that as much as you like, and that's great. And in fact, I do try and think about that as much as possible, to cultivate that energy in my heart. And so that's again why we're always told energy is so important on this mission. It's so important. It's one of the key things. And for me, I always link energy to emotion. And it's interesting, because I was reading some things and listening to YouTube videos on, I have been drawn lately to be shown more about certain types of people in our world on a spectrum of various kinds of people, where you've got empaths on one end, and people that are very positive, life force giving, people that are true and decent and try their best, and then you've got these people on the other end that are sort of trying to create drama and emotional negativity through their kind of control and manipulation tactics, and just trying to understand on a bigger level what that really is about. So there's more information coming to that. I'm going to have to take a break and pause here and come back to you, because I've just had a friend arrive. So I'll get back to you on this really important topic. Okay, bye for now. Hello, beautiful beloveds. I'm just back for part 2 of this recording. I'm actually recording this the following day, and in between my last little bit of information, I went ahead and did a little bit of research, and I've just been, on YouTube going, oh my gosh, my mind is about to blow up. It's just getting full of so much information and so many pieces of puzzles and pictures and images that I get a lot, and information that I've been receiving for many years, and some of the information I've also put in various videos that I have already uploaded on YouTube, and just sort of making sense of it all and putting all the pieces together. Fascinating. I'm recording this at this point of time in this particular moment. However, later on down the track, I'm sure, there's just going to be more and more pieces of puzzles that get put together, and it's just amazing, So I went ahead and looked at some some information that's already out there on YouTube and on the internet regarding Torus field and 0 point field, and how that really relates back to the twin flame mission, and back to love and consciousness and light, and then suddenly I was struck with a very amazing blog that was put up, and it sort of struck me because I was given this synchronicity and within probably the first month of meeting my twin flame, and it showed the Torus field as, and the Big Bang Theory, this particular video, and I probably will put up a link to it because I was like, wow, when I watched it. It's only a really short little one. In fact, I'll probably put up a few links here to some information that I've found, which I really suggest if you're interested in this topic that you go and look at further. They're really worth watching, in particular this Itzhak Bentov video, which is amazing and just basically describes all of the information that I've been kind of downloaded, but in a, somebody's already doing. People know this stuff already. I guess it's just confirming what we kind of already know, what many of us already know, and some of us don't know either. So I'm hoping that if you don't know about this already, that this, and if it's new information to you, that it's enlightening and informative and uplifting. So because it relates all back to atoms and consciousness and love and the meaning of the universe, and so anyway, back to the synchronicity that I had with my twin flame in the first early stages, and I was literally bombarded with signs and symbols and synchronicities when we first met, which shook me to the point of like, you've got to do something. And so one of the synchronicities, it was that we have some geese where we live beside this lake, and I've been living here off and on in this particular location for 2 or 3 years, and on no occasion have these geese ever laid any eggs. But one day I came home and my twin had found a goose egg and had laid it out and said, oh my gosh, look what we found. And I was like, oh my gosh, an egg, wow, amazing. And then the very next day I found another egg, and it was just so rare to find that egg, and it was almost as if it had just been placed, right in an obvious spot so that I would find it. And I checked online how to check, whether the eggs were able to, be able to have little babies in them or not. So there was this candling method that I checked, and I still couldn't figure out whether they were eggs, they were able to be fertilized or not, and whether they were going to grow little baby geese. And I anyway, my twin and I made an incubator, kind of homemade incubator, and put these 2 little eggs under the incubator and had an experiment. And we sort of left it for a while and then realized that the eggs were not going to, come to anything. But in itself, the eggs, and I kind of already was given that message, these eggs are representative of something that you need to know, and it's related to this twin flame thing. And anyway, I didn't know the full extent of what that egg really represented, but in one of these videos it talks about the cosmic egg, and it shows that sort of like a cine blast. I'm getting that word given to me. I don't even know what it means. So of the sort of Big Bang Theory and how the egg splits into 2 and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, it's all really amazing, and so it's kind of feeling as if it's coming back online again. A lot of the stuff is just, it's so amazing, and it's getting me all excited again. So anyway, I'm not really giving you any really succinct information, except that it's all amazing, all this twin flame stuff and all this information about polarities and Torus fields and the way that the energy is moving and how the energy is related to our heart and our magnetic field of our heart, and how that's related to the polarities and the magnetics and the 2, the masculine and feminine and all of that stuff, and the balance. And so yeah, I just wanted to just give you more energy in regards to this whole thing, and to just really feel in yourself your knowing of how amazing it all is, and how synchronistic it all is, and how incredible this journey is when we just get it all sort of just come online, how it goes dot, 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 and all the information just lines up, and it's incredible. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave you with that and some of the links below for more information, because I don't even want to attempt to try and explain these amazingly intense scientific theories and quantum physics type information, which I do say is, as much as it is of interest to me, I don't have the level of academic ability to be able to describe what those things are. I'm very much more of a heart person and a feeler, and very much on that emotional level, and I receive a lot of this information via my heart. So I just love hearing when science meets the human system of the information that I receive around, calming down the central nervous system and healing that whole system, and how it's just so related. So anyway, okay, I'll leave you with that, and sending you out heaps and heaps of love and light for your journeys, and may we all continue to ascend and grow and evolve, and just meet each other on that amazing journey along our timelines and through these energy fields, and connect in and just join together in beautiful love, creating our new template on earth. Okay, thank you so much. Bye for now. Oh, I just want to say, just before I press stop, I just went to close this recording down on my phone, and I saw the time was 22:22, so I just needed to say that as well, just to confirm even more of a synchronicity. Sometimes this stuff just doesn't seem real, but it kind of is. It's another reality. Amazing. Okay, bye.